Hello, happy Thursday to you. I'm so excited this week to share two cute cards that are going to fill your springtime bucket and get you in a springy, Eastery mood. So I hope that you stick around for my projects today. My name is Lori DeGroot from Lorita Marie Crafts, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I love to come live here every Thursday so I can share fun tips and techniques, ideas in my classes with you so that you can take your paper crafting supplies and turn them into beautiful projects so that you can have fun while you're crafting and then share your finished projects with others. That's the best part, right? So today, like I said, I'm going to be featuring fun, cute springtime colors and themes using the Rain or Shine suite from the from the January to April mini catalog. And it's really cute. So what I always want to do is show you kind of both sides of something. So if you love all the cutesy little animals in it, if you haven't seen this paper yet, you're going to see it has the cutest little animals. But I want to show you how you can also use it even if you don't want to put the little animals on there and stuff. So there's always options, always lots of ideas out there. Just before we get going onto that, today is also the very last day to sign up for my birthday Stamp-A-Stack. So what is a birthday Stamp-A-Stack? It is just a way to make some birthday cards. So you're just gonna, I've got 4 different styles of birthday cards. And this is something that you can purchase from anywhere in Canada, and I can ship you the little package and you can have a fun afternoon making birthday cards. Or if you live in Calgary, it's even better. You can come to my place on March the 18th, and we are going to have a birthday bash party here. And you can make 8, 12, or 16 cards. And what I want to say is that this is kind of a fun thing, no matter if you've ever made a card before in your life, or if you think, I'm not crafty, I can't do that, or you've seen me make them and you're like, she can do it, but I can't do it. This is the perfect class for you. It's not even really a class. It's just like a fun activity for you to do. I would suggest that you think of it like a paint night, like people who go out on paint nights and you make a fun project or you do a piece of pottery. It's not like you make pottery and you know how to do it. You just have fun with it, right? So this is the same idea. So I want to encourage you to try it out if it's something that you thought you've never wanted to do before. I had an in-person thing this past Tuesday, and I tell you, just getting together in person and hanging out while being creative is super fun and just kind of it fills my bucket, and it just is something kind of different and fun to do. And if you're living anywhere near me, it might help beat these winter blues of this perpetual winter that we're having. But there's so much snow. I had to shovel snow again this morning. I'm over it, but I think more is coming tomorrow. Okay, I want to show you the birthday cards because you're going to love them. They're so cute. Just remind you. So there's 2 kind of flowery ones. And you can choose the designs. You can make all the designs, 1 design, 2 designs. There's lots of choices. Tulips for springtime. And then I've got a card here that can be perfect, kind of as bright colors, maybe for kids. And then kind of like a masculine, more kind of guy card, say. So there's lots of great choices. And you don't want to miss out. Like my birthday Stamp-A-Stack is also like a little party. So I have got fun things planned. There will be prizes. You can get a swag bag, people. There's food. I mean, this is not just a boring little thing to do. So I encourage you to come and hang out with me. Okay, let's get to, I'm going to point you down to my desk and I want to talk about the Rain or Shine suite from Stampin' Up. Now, when I first opened this catalog or saw the PDF as a demonstrator, you get a little sneak peek of catalogs. And I was like, this is so cute. Okay, people, it is so cute. It has fun colors in it. And it is just adorable. And so it is perfect, say, just for springtime. It is perfect for Easter, especially with the little bunny rabbit. I've got some cute things planned for that bunny rabbit. But if you don't want to use the animals, you've got lots of fun patterns and colors and ideas to work with. So this is in the catalog on page 50 and 51. So this is the whole suite. I don't have everything in the suite. And I just want to encourage you in that regards. Like you're looking at this whole suite. Oh, I just like this or that. It's up to you to pick and choose kind of what you like. And I've done the same thing. So I've got the paper. I've got the stamp sets. These cute little daisies. And I love daisies. These are still not orderable, but I'm hoping that they're coming in the week of the 20th. And so there's still a chance to get those. So I've got some other fun products that I'm using today. But let's start with the paper, okay? So it is so, so cute. And this would be the design that really sparked my interest. Okay. Is there any other daisy fans out there? You can put in the comments if you like daisies as much as I do. I have always liked daisies. And it's funny how like some things change and evolve as you get older and some things just stay the same. So I have lots of lovely cherry daisies in my actual garden in real life because I love them. And this paper is so cute. So this is actually specialty paper because it's got, what do they call it? UV coating. So it's got this fun on a few of the pages, this fun shiny element. So on this one, it's the cute little clouds. And oops. Okay, so it's called Rain or Shine. So here's your rain. And I was talking to my sisters yesterday and I was saying, okay, I like the rain, but at the same time, I'm more like, I want to send you a cheery card. So there's always another side, people, to Stampin' Up! Paper. So don't forget the other side. So we've got this cute gingham on this side, this flirty flamingo with the flowers on that side. And then here's the animals. Look how cute. And you can see they're a little shiny. Yeah, it's kind of shimmering there in the camera. So cute. Hey, if you've made anything with this paper, you could put it in the comments or let me know how much you like it, but so cute. These obviously you can cut out with the dies. I think those are coming in next week if you haven't been able to purchase them yet. Or you can be like me and just fussy cut them out. That is totally fine. And they're so cute, right? Or you're not into the animals. Well, there's this pretty striped paper on the other side. Oops. And here we got more rain. But I love this one because it's a bit brighter and it's kind of like pouring down. I like that it's, you know, heavier at the top and lighter at the bottom. And it's got this really cool pattern on the back, kind of splattery looking. And then I love these umbrellas. Like, they're so cute. They're also shiny. I don't know if there's a right or a wrong way. And then we've got these really fun flowers on the back. And then I had some of them mix up. So we got more animals. So it's not just the other ones. So we've got a little dog and then a pig on this one. It's like he's wearing pajamas. He's it's cute. But there's also this little raindrop one on the other side. So that's the DSP. So you can see how fun it is. And I'm going to play around with it a bit today for you. And just show you some colors that go with it. So I do a class every month that features some products. This is my March class. And these are the colors that I'm featuring in my class. So pretty, right? Together, we got So Saffron, Flirty Flamingo, Balmy Blue, and Old Olive. And these are just screaming springtime at me. And I'm going to be using the Balmy Blue and White variegated ribbon. And it's so pretty. It's really light. It's really light. It's just going to tie beautiful bows, like on an Easter basket or something. I think this is going to be perfect. And you can color it. Like if you've got blends, you can color this ribbon to add more texture. I think in the catalog, they did that gold, what's the name of it? That gold foil, right? That you can heat and stick onto. They did that right on the ribbon. So cute. And then because the daisies are not available at the moment, I have got these pastel adhesive backed sequins. And you guys, they're the perfect colors for this, okay? So we've got gold. I think it's petal pink, but you know, it goes with it's like a lighter tone of that Flirty Flamingo and Balmy Blue. And you get both these sizes. So a full sheet of large and a full sheet of small. So cute. So that's what we're doing. And I'm going to be featuring the stamp set playing in the rain and the Stylus Shapes dies, which are a good staple. And these are on low inventory again. If you don't have these, I suggest that they're a great staple to have in your crafting collection. Stylish Shapes dies. You've got squares, banners, and circles, obviously. So let's get to our first card. Now, these are not complicated cards, but, you know, cards don't have to be complicated. I want to show you fun layouts that are easy for you to create and that will look good with a variety of products, right? So these cards are also a card kit that I'm offering with my March class. And so you can purchase the card kit if you want me to send you all the pieces cut and ready to go. You can even purchase this card kit. So for this one, I'm starting with a Balmy Blue card base. And so it's just ready 8.5 by 5.5. right? I can talk. Scored in half, 4 1/4. And then we're going to choose a piece of the DSP. And I am going to use the animals as the background. And I had a piece out and then I put it somewhere weird. Where did I put it? Here it is. And so I am going to use the animals as the background. But of course, if you're not into the animals, just flip it over and use the color side. And we just want a piece here that is 4 by 5 1/4. So let's say you really hate, you don't have the dies. Let's say, and you hate fussy cutting, but you want the animals on there. Then just make it the background. And then you've got the fun of the animals without you having to do any work. So they're so cute. The little happy rabbit, he's kind of peeking out from there. And so that is going to be the background of our card. And the little raindrops, like they're shimmery too with that UV coating. So it adds a fun, you know, that kind of thing adds like dimension to your card without you having to do any work, which is what I love about specialty paper. And we're just going to put that on. So this is Balmy Blue, but of course this would look good with any of the colors. If you prefer Old Olive or So Saffron or Flirty Flamingo, it's going to change the look of the card a little bit. So then we're going to add a circle here that I've cut out from the DSP. So this is what's so great about the Stylish Shape Size too, is that you can make them for labels or you can create little backgrounds. It's almost like on a card, we're creating a little vignette every time, right? So we're just putting a little collection of things together to kind of add some interest onto our card. And you can make this as simple or as complicated as you want. So I just start with one layer, and sometimes I can't stop and I keep adding layers, or sometimes you can keep it real simple. So this is the second largest circle, right? So I've cut it out. It's got a nice stitched detailing on it so it doesn't look plain. And I'm going to use my dimensionals and put this right onto my card like this. And that is the first layer here that we've got going. So I know it's still winter, but do we love rainy days or do we not like rain? I'm curious. You know, in Calgary here, we don't get a lot of rain, like a lot of rainy days. It's just, yeah, we just don't get, I don't really need a raincoat or umbrella or rain boots. I mean, we just don't really get a lot of rain. So when it comes, it doesn't really bother me because it's not like you get days and days and days of it. Okay, I'm going to add a little strip of this. So what is this? This is textured shimmer paper. Look how cute that is. So it's got these little lines in it. And this comes in 12 by 12 sheets. You get shaded spruce, balmy blue, and white. And so obviously it's got balmy blue in it, and it's so cute. And I'm going to use something a little more sticky, my Seal Plus, because it's kind of like slippery. So I don't want it to move anywhere. So I'm just going to plop this right across the middle to add a band. And then we're going to grab some of that balmy blue ribbon. And let's see, how much do I want? I don't think I wrote down how much I used before. To do like 8 or 9 inches maybe. We're just, it's really thin, so have nice sharp paper snips to cut it. Let's see if I need to trim that down. This is what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to put it across my card. So that's about right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half. And then I'm going to grab some linen thread, which I've got here. Hopefully more than that towards the end here. And we're going to tie a little bow onto this. So just linen thread. That's a good staple to have in your craft supplies too, because it goes with everything. That's probably a bit long. So I'm just going to tie a bow onto the looped end of my ribbon here. So maybe like an inch down. Okay, and then we're going to tie a bow here. Now I'll trim off the tails once I got it on my card. Okay, and so now I'm going to stick this on, and I think I'm going to use glue dots, but you use whatever you like to use too. So I'm just going to stick some glue dots onto the back of my ribbon, tear and tape. You want it to be sticky though. And we're just going to put that across. So those are too long, obviously. So then you just trim your tails. And then I might put another glue dot there between the two pieces of ribbon just to hold it together. So cute. So then all we need now is a sentiment. So I've gone ahead and cut out a little square here, again from my Stylist Shape Size. And there's two cute sentiments in this stamp set. Oh, happy day. I don't know. I love that. I love it because this could be used for anything. Oh, happy day, right? So you can use this for an Easter card. You can use it for a baby card, right? I was thinking that these animals would be super cute for baby cards or birthday cards or all sorts of different things. Okay, I'm inking up in Balmy Blue and just stamping it in the center of my label piece. There we go. Close my ink pad there, and then I'm just going to put a dimensional on the top and bottom. I might even use the edge pieces so that it's just a bit skinnier. So one on the top, one on the bottom. Cute, right? And then it needs more shimmer, right? It needs more shimmer. So we're going to grab those pastel sequins, and any of the colors are going to look good, but I'm just going to grab Balmy Blue. And that is our first card. So that was easy, right? That didn't take too long to put together. And that's a really fun layout that you could just take and use into kind of whatever your fun products are. But like I said, this is part of the card kit. So you would get all these things cut out, and then you can stamp it with any stamp that you want if you don't have this particular stamp set. Okay, let's put that over there. Now we're going to make our second card. So this time I've got a white background just because I want it to be a little bit brighter. But again, any of the coordinating colors in this DSP would look good as a card base. So I just got thick basic white here. And then I wanted to use the umbrellas. So they're so cute. Look at that. Oh, I wanted to show you something on the other card. So stay tuned to the end because I'm going to show you another thing on that card that I forgot to do. Okay, so I wanted to use the umbrellas, but I didn't want a sad rainy day card. So I'm going to brighten mine up a little bit by using this background here. So it is got the pink and the orange in it, and so it's a little bright and cheery. And I'm just going to go with a basic size again to fill the back of the card. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. And oh, I think I need to cut one more piece. So we're going to use this. And then I will need a piece of this umbrella paper, and it's going to be 2.5 by 3.5. So I'll cut that while I have my paper trimmer out. Okay, so let's put the base on here. And I'm just using my seal. So fun. And then I'm going to put this piece, just mat it onto some So Saffron, which is cut 1/4 inch bigger at 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. Oops, and I put that's okay. I think I meant to put the seal on my DSP first, but that's okay. So I'm going to load that up like this, and we're actually going to center this right into the middle of the card. So now, remember I showed you like the vignette, the little way to build your little, where you put your sentiment. We're going to do a similar thing, but now we're just changing the location of it on our card, and I'm using slightly different products. So to start off, I've got the same base, a circle. This time I've used those really cute little shiny raindrops, And so I've cut that out with those circles as well. And I'm just going to actually put it down this time to the right corner with some dimensionals. So like so. And then I'm going to use the same piece of that Balmy Blue variegated paper. And I just want my extra sticky. I'm going to put that there. I don't know if I said how big this was, but it's 3.5 by 3/4 of an inch. And then we're going to use our same ribbon. We're going to do something a little bit different with it. So I'm going to actually loop it. I'm going to see how long I need it to be here. So this is about 9 inches. I'm actually going to loop it like this, but kind of hide the tail so it just kind of looks continuous behind. Or, you know, it doesn't even need to be that fussy. We're just looping it back and forth behind what's going to be this, where the sentiment goes. And so I'm just using glue dots because this ribbon is really thin. I think it's going to work this way. Let's put some, I'm going to put it at an angle like this. What's nice about the really thin ribbon is that it's going to be really flat on your project. It's not going to add a lot of bulk behind your card. So that's kind of nice. And then we need a sentiment again, right? Well, my craft supplies are starting to creep in. So I'm using my Stylish Shapes dies again, this time with a banner piece, and we're going to use the other sentiment. So rainy days are better with you. Is that big enough? Maybe I'll go one up. Maybe I'll go one up. And this time I'm going to stamp it in Old Olive just to give some contrast from the blue. All right. And that fits perfect in there. And then we'll just put a dimensional on either end and add our little sequins. And then I want to show you something for each card of how we can just step it up again a little bit. And then we need our pretty sequins here. So in my class, you get half a pack of DSP, you get cardstock, you get a third of a pack of ribbon and a half a pack of the sequins. And why I do it that way is sometimes it just gives you a sampling of some products that, yeah, so it's like a, I don't know, a usable amount, right? I want you to have fun with new products, but maybe not be overwhelmed by a million crafting supplies. So here's the cute little umbrella one. And so, of course, what you can do is you can cut out an umbrella. So the dies, when they're available, will cut out umbrellas for you, but I didn't really mind fussy cutting that little umbrella on there. So I'm going to, let's put it right on. Let's do it. Let's stick it onto my card. Right? That is an easy way to step up a card, right? So you just take some of the elements that you have in the background and now we can step it up. So let me show you the other one again. Cute as it is, what if we fussy cut out the little turtle? I mean, he's cute. And look, so he was from the edge of the paper. You don't have to waste that guy. You can tuck him behind something and then it's like it was meant to be. And so you can use even the animals that are like partially cut out on the edge of your paper. And there's always a way to find kind of use them. So I think he's really, really cute. And so those are our 2 cards today. So fun. Oh, I want to give you a sneak peek of the March class. So I'm going to bring you back up to me here. Hello to my sunny craft room here. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today. And if you're watching the replay, I always appreciate you taking the time to come and find me and watch the replay. And I hope you like these cards that are part of my March Stamp and Create class. And if you get the full class, and anyone can purchase the tutorial and you can learn how to make the projects if you don't live in Canada, because I can only ship in Canada. But we're going to do a fun fold card I'm not going to show you the whole inside, but what I've done is I've designed it in a way where you can go full on in on the animals and make it super cute. Or if you don't like the animals, there are ways you don't have to use it at all, right? So that's the Fun Fold card. It, opens up different ways. Got pockets. I always want to have a pocket so you can stick a gift card inside of it. And then we're going to make a cute little box. Here's a little sneak peek of the box. And again, I put a bunny rabbit on mine, but you don't have to. So you're going to learn how to make the box. You're going to get tips of how to put everything together and use these really fun products in this class. Yes, so thank you so much for hanging out here today. Next week, I am going on a little rainbow theme. So join me on my rainbow theme as we lead up to St. Patrick's Day, which is always fun to kind of, just have a little fun with, whether you are Irish or not, right? It doesn't really matter. I don't know, my sister's on here. I think I have a tiny bit of Irish somewhere in my genealogy, but I don't know. So we can all pretend next week and have some fun together. And I'm going to be showing off some rainbow themed cards that you don't want to miss out on. Okay, so I will see you guys next week. Take care.